Honestly, have you ever felt embarrassed whenever you wanted to speak English? Or, in other words, have you ever felt like you are feeling ashamed for your shortcomings and your weaknesses in terms of English speaking whenever you wanted to speak English in public? Now, this kind of feeling that I want to be better or I want to look perfect whenever I try to speak English in front of people, this kind of feeling is common in the mindsets of English learners. It's a kind of a common feeling, in fact, in the minds of the whole human being. So we have this tendency in our head that I want to be better whenever I try to speak English, or in this case, English, yes, I want to be better whenever I open my mouth to speak English. Now, this feeling is common in everybody's head. So, and this is called perfectionism. So, this perfectionism thing has destroyed a lot of successful people. Some people were really talented at what they were doing, but at some point they felt like if I make a mistake or if I try to take courage or be courageous to do some big work, but at some point they felt like if what if I make mistakes, if I try to do a big action or if I take on a big task that is bigger than me, what if I make mistakes and what if people say or make bad comments about me? This thing has happened to thousands of people in the world. So don't let this same mistake happen to you because of this mindset. Now, I'm completely sure at some point that in your English learning journey, sometimes you might have felt like I'm going to have a conversation or a presentation or a conference or whatever it is in English with someone, but I don't want to make any mistake. But I want to make sure that I'm really at my peak whenever I try to perform in English. So sometimes you might have felt like this and you might have gone and taken action upon your decision trying to speak English with people, and you might have made mistakes speaking English, or you might have felt ashamed or embarrassed for speaking English because of your mistakes. So it happens, it might have happened to you, or it might not have happened. But I want to make sure in this video to give you this steel or to give you this shield for not finding yourself in this position of thinking you want to be better whenever you try to speak English. Or in other words, I want to make sure in this video to share some good points for you so that you don't fall into the trap of thinking that you want to be better, completely perfect whenever you try to speak English. So make sure to follow this video and make sure you try to watch until the end so that everything becomes clear to you, and I hope this lesson is going to help. As someone who's mature and who wants to learn a language and has come so far, you don't have to feel like this. Don't allow this perfectionism thing get into you and try to drain your energy from improving your English, which is going to result in a lot of disappointments in the future. So don't allow this thing to get over you. Never ever. So try your best to make sure that you're really minimizing this mindset in you and try to work against this mindset. Basically, what that means is that try to speak English or try to open your mouth to and hold conversations with people in English whenever this feeling of, oh, what might people think if I speak English? Whenever this feeling comes, against this feeling, try to speak English. Just push yourself to do this practice. And don't care about making mistakes. Even if you make mistakes, try to pretend like you don't notice your mistakes. Just go ahead and do this for some time. You're going to definitely feel like you're improving your English, and it's going to be much better for you if you do this practice for some time. And as I said before, as a mature human being, nobody's going to feel like this. Now, this kind of feeling is common in all of us, but we don't have to rely and give up against this kind of feeling, but rather we should try to offend and try to fight against this kind of feeling that is trying to push us down and is trying to destroy our whole reputation in terms of becoming successful. So don't allow this thing to happen to you, and whenever it does happen, try to control it, try to be in charge of everything that is going on in your head. And as you do so, as you try to control your thoughts, your mind, the thoughts or comments of people or everything that you're hearing in your head, try to make sure that you're regulating every single thought. Try to make sure that you are truly in control of everything that is going on in your mind and in your head. And that's when you're going to make sure that there's no room for disappointments. And whenever you try to improve anything, in this case English, whenever you try to improve your English in this case, you don't necessarily feel like this ever in the future. So this is a good tip if you consider this tip helpful, or if you find that you have been in this position before in your life when it comes to English learning journey. Then make sure to learn from it and try to support me for more and more of good tips that I'm about to share in the future. So, and I still hope that this video was helpful, and make sure to subscribe and like and hit the bell so that you don't miss any kind of beautiful and helpful lesson from me in the future. And that is also going to energize me to post, to come up with more and more beautiful lessons. So thank you for watching.